Now then, so this is video number 2 since the last one I posted. I believe it was last week or maybe the week before, but the real motivation behind me doing this, as I mentioned in the last one, was more than anything, it's accountability for me. If I'm putting myself out there and saying, you know, I'm going to do this, or I'm saying you should, or I'm going to live in a certain way, I'm going to do this, I've got to hold myself to it because I obviously put it out there. And the reason that I'm wanting to do that is last year, mostly last year, I got to the end of the year and I took a look at myself and I was ashamed at the person I'd become. I mean, from the outside looking in, I was doing good, I was achieving, business was great, I was in good shape. You know, everything looked the same, everything probably looked even better than it ever has. In fact, it definitely looked better than it ever has. And it was. But for that reason, it made me, I got lazy, I got fat between the ears, I got complacent, I lost my hunger, I was just coasting. I was still training, but I was just training whenever. There was no structure to it. I wasn't getting up when I said I was going to get up. I wasn't doing the things I said I was going to do. I was coasting. Everything was easy. Everything was coming easy. Business was flowing. Everything was systemized. It was just ticking over, and ticking over nicely, might I add. So there was no external catalyst to give me any feedback to say something needs to change here, because everything was going so good. It was only when, I can't remember what it was, what the catalyst for it was, but I remember sort of doing a bit of introspection, and I took a look at myself and I was just like, you've just become a slob. Not physically, but mentally I'd become a slob. The person that got me to where I wasn't that same person. I wasn't that person anymore. The person who was getting up at the time he said he was going to get up, he was doing the things he said he was going to do, he was training when he said he was going to train, he was reading the books he said he was going to read, he was implementing what he said he was going to implement, he was just ticking things off and stacking them wins up like I always did to get me to where I was. I wasn't that person anymore, and I was disgusted at the person I became. And I think the reason for that was everything was just coming so easy, and there was no pressure. I had no pressure on myself. So I've created that pressure now. Financial pressure on things I've set out to do, that I've really got to stretch. Pressure in the sense that I've got a new baby on the way. Any minute my new baby's due. It's a little boy, so that in itself, if that isn't a reason to become the best possible fucking version of yourself, I don't know what is. Because my little boy's going to emulate who I am. I've got 2 little girls, obviously, and you know, I've got to set the standard to them as to what a man is. So I can't do that if I'm mentally lazy and weak and not disciplined with what I'm doing. So that's all it is, man. I just felt I was just disgusted by the person I became. And it's mad because, like I said before, outside looking in, everything looked perfect. And, you know, superficially, everything was perfect. Business was great. Family was great. Family was healthy. Everyone was healthy, which is always the main thing, obviously. I was still in good shape. I was in much better shape than I'm in now. But it just wasn't right up there. And that's where that's where the game begins and ends, is up there. Everything, it's all won and lost in your mind. So it doesn't matter everything else that's going on. It's who you are. It's the person that the person that you become will either make you very happy or very sad. And the person that I became, albeit I was having a fucking great time, when I really took a look at myself and benchmarked myself against the person I'm trying to become, I was way off that. And the guy that I was before that got me to where I wasn't that guy anymore. So I've got no doubt if I would have carried on doing what I was doing, things would have gone backwards fast. But I've caught myself in time. and I'm back. So yeah, I just thought I'd shed a little light on that, and again, hold myself accountable. So that's what it is. So there's lots to update, but I'll keep that short and sweet for this one. So at least you know where my head's at now. I don't even know who's watching this. If you're watching this and you're going through similar things, give me a shout. You know, we're all going through it together. No one's alone. No matter who someone is, or what you think they are, or what you think they have, or the life you think they have, everyone's going through their own shit, and we're all going through similar shit. Everyone's got their own problems. Nothing is ever as it seems. Nothing is all sunshine and rainbows. You have to choose to look at the sun, obviously, rather than look at the rain. And that's always a choice. But everyone's going through their own shit. So, yeah, if you're going through it and this has resonated with you, reach out, share it with me. I'd like to know. And if it's helped you in any kind of way, fucking even better. It's a beautiful thing. So, yeah, man. Stay strong. Be good to people. Be good to yourself. And keep winning. Keep striving. Keep growing. Let's go.